Now that Trump has demolished the East Wing, he wants to move on to a different piece of demolition, and this one his party might not be too on board with. This is just another day. As everybody knows, Trump is a guy who's used to getting what he wants, doesn't take no for an answer. And sure, he's suffered some setbacks along the way, but the man is nothing if not relentless.
He's putting the pressure on Republican senators to scrap the filibuster, the rule that requires 60 votes to advance most legislation.
Ah yes, the filibuster, a procedural tool used to delay or block votes in the Senate by extending debate. Not to be confused with Filibusters, Dave & Buster's spin-off restaurant where kids don't get to play video games, but they can take part in rigorous debate with their friends until they either cede the floor, pass out, or the birthday cake arrives. But eliminating the filibuster has long been a discussion in Washington, D.C., and today, Trump doubled down on it as a way of ending the government shutdown.
You spoke to Republican senators. They do not seem interested right now in getting rid of the filibuster.
That's too bad. They're making a big mistake. That's right. No, but they're coming my way. You're right. Wait a minute. The way to do it for the Republicans is to terminate the filibuster. They call it the nuclear option. This is the second form of nuclear. Very good, very good. This is a good form. This is not a bad form.
Yeah, we get it. You can stop trying to be cute and coy every single time you come across the word nuclear.
Just to be careful, because we can't let people throw around that word. I call it the N-word. There are two N-words, and you can't use either of them.
You don't mention that thing that we don't want to talk about. I say the N-word. Well, it means the nuclear word.
Once again, there is no point calling it the N-word if you then just say the word. Donald Trump has as much restraint with his verbiage as Lauren Boebert does with her hands during Beetlejuice the musical. But one of the main complaints from both parties is that if the filibuster is removed, the party in control will be able to enact their agenda with ease. So it's worth asking, what exactly does Trump want to do with this filibuster-free Senate of his?
Here's some of the things that we'd pass if we terminated the filibuster. Voter ID, no mail-in voting, no cash bail, no men and women's sports, no welfare for illegals. You could go on and on. This is 2 pages of things we'd do if you did that.
2 pages? I think your plan is more like 920 pages. Not that you know anything about it.
And they come up with this, I don't know what the hell it is, it's Project 25. He's involved in Project, and then they read some of the things, and they are extreme. I mean, they're seriously extreme. But I don't know anything about it.
I simply want to hire everyone involved who does know everything about it, and then let them tell me what to do. Now, a major reason for Donald Trump's sense of urgency in eliminating the filibuster, I mean, besides the fact that he knows his ankles are days away from exploding, is that he believes when the Democrats are in control, they won't hesitate to do this either.
But you know the Democrats are going to do that, and most of you will admit the Democrats are going to do that, so why aren't we doing it? And I think only a foolish person would be against that, especially when you realize that these are crazed people.
Crazed! Democrats are certifiably insane. They have these completely hysterical ideas like providing the American people with health care, making housing more affordable, and protecting everyone's constitutional right to free and fair elections. I mean, they are fucking psychos. Now, unfortunately for Trump, Senate Leader John Thune has informed him that even if he wanted to blow up the filibuster, the Republicans don't have the votes. And that's because politicians like Ron Johnson have a long-held belief that the filibuster is an integral part of our democratic institution.
Republicans did not support eliminating the filibuster because we realize how important it is to the maintenance of our democracy and, quite honestly, to form and force consensus on any kind of major piece of legislation. But Democrats, it's really their definition. They're just hypocrites.
You see that? In 2022, when Democrats attempted to change the Senate filibuster rules to pass that evil thing known as voting rights legislation, Ron Johnson stood firm because he is a Republican with principles. And unlike those hypocritical Democrats, Ron Johnson's principles will not be compromised under any circumstances. Any. Should I say any again or just play the clip of Ron Johnson being a total hypocrite?
When the Democrats eliminate the filibuster, it'll all be about their maintenance of power. As the president laid out there, it'll be more senators packing the Supreme Court. It'll all be about their acquisition and maintenance of power. If we're to do it, it will be for the benefit of the American people.
When they do it, it's bad, but when we do it, it's good? I mean, my God, Ron Johnson's balls are almost as big as Trump's ankles. Ron is really coming off like a dad who caught his son smoking but who also smokes 2 packs a day. See, when you do it, you're poisoning your lungs and shortening your lifespan, but when I'm doing it, I'm relaxing my mood and I look sexy as hell too. I'm sorry, but did you say that if Democrats abolish the filibuster, it will be about their acquisition and maintenance of power?
If we do it, we will never lose the midterms, and we will never lose the general election.
Yup, those No Kings protests sure were out of touch with reality. The truth is, whether or not Republicans nuke the filibuster now doesn't really matter because in reality, they already did it. When the GOP decided to invoke the nuclear option by changing the threshold on votes needed from 60 to a simple majority to confirm their judges or pass their big beautiful bill, they gave away the game. The notion that Republicans wouldn't dare touch this sacrosanct parliamentary procedure is a complete farce because they have as much respect for it as Matt Gaetz does for the age of consent. The filibuster exists not merely as a way to ruin your child's birthday, but also as a tool to compel bipartisanship and compromise in a divided government. But that tool only works when both parties agree on continuing this little experiment known as democracy.
Is there any room for bipartisanship? Because it seems like that's the main purpose of the filibuster, is to create some sort of compromise. So
Well, it didn't work, obviously.
Is that why bipartisanship didn't work? Huh, I could have sworn it was some other reason.
They become crazed lunatics. The Democrats are really damaged, mentally damaged. But it's a very demonic party. They're really the enemies of democracy. They're evil people in many ways, but they stick together. This is a sick group of people. I honestly don't believe they love our country.
But yeah, you're probably right. It's the filibuster's fault. It is true that both parties have toyed with the idea of eliminating the filibuster, but it is also true that both parties have very different reasons for doing so. Democrats want to do it as a way of codifying abortion rights and voting rights, while Republicans want to pass legislation that takes those rights away. Democrats want to change the Senate rules to make living in this country more affordable, while Republicans want to change the rules so billionaires, who are now even becoming trillionaires, get a bigger tax break. By the way, it is criminal how Elon's wealth just keeps going up and up. I wish there was just some visual representation for that upwards direction of his... There it is. The Democrats are currently in the minority, but when they regain power, they want to make essential services like housing, child care, and education more affordable for everyone. Meanwhile, Republicans are in control of all 3 branches of government, and what have they done with their power? Raised prices on consumers, deprived millions from receiving food assistance, and used every political tactic possible to protect the president's connection with a billionaire child molester. But yeah, the Democrats are...
Crazed people.
Got it. Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.